All right, hey guys, so my name's Owen Barlow, and today this is going to be my first video. I've had a lot of my friends and people telling me I should do videos building my Jeep. So this is my Jeep. It's a 1992 Jeep Cherokee, just XJ, not Grand Cherokee or anything. And so today we're going to be doing 4-link on it. So I got all the parts here. To me, these are freaking huge. I've never seen a heim joint that big, but they're 125 size, 3/4 inch bore heim joints, and that's with the misalignment spacer in there. So we got 8 of those, 4 tubes, and all the brackets and hardware. I got the brackets from Artec Industries, is the brand that these brackets came for, and it's just a standard 4-link bracket kit. So the ones on the axle side's already done, but we'll be showing you how to do frame side and how to measure everything to make sure it's all correct, the angles. And then I'm also going to be installing a fuel cell in here, because when you stretch the rear axle out, you have interference issues with the stock gas tank. So that's what I got over here, is just I think it's an 18-gallon fuel cell. So we'll have a video on how to put a fuel cell in too. And yeah, let's get started. So what we got here is, it is 2-inch diameter DOM tubing. Not sure the wall thickness on it, but it's some beefy stuff. So I got it in 4-foot lengths because I wanted to make sure I had enough, but after, stuff online looks a lot smaller than it does in person. So if I do a 4-foot link, it's gonna be all the way up here, and that's back there. So that's gonna be, and longer is better with 4-link, because it'll put the flatter your link is, the less stress you'll put on your brackets and your frame. It'll be smoother to a point, So the longer link is better in that sense, but also the longer you go, the weaker it is. So if I'm going up something and I hit a rock right there, even though this is super beefy, it can still bend. So I think instead of doing a 4-foot link, I'm going to do a 3-foot. So it's not a ton shorter, but it'll tuck it up a lot more, because it'll be going from here to back here. So it will make the angle of the link a little bit steeper, but it'll be a lot stronger and a little bit simpler to package, because the upper links will run into the floor if they're 4 feet long. So we're going to go for a 3-foot link, and that's the plan. So as you can tell, the name of the channel is Ghetto Garage, and it is that for a reason, because I'm on a budget here, okay? This shit's expensive. So I've got another Jeep Cherokee exactly like this one outside. These are stock Jeep Cherokee XJ front springs, and these are stock spring perches cut out of a Cherokee. So if you look on the front of a Cherokee, I just took that and cut it out and made a little bracket. It's not welded up yet because it's just tacked to make, because I don't know if it's in the right spot yet. And then these are just, again, off of the front of a Cherokee, coil spring perches. So that'll fit right in there, go there. And then these are just my old shock mounts, and I just put tabs down here. So we'll see if I'll have to move the shock or not, if it has interference issues. But so I don't know if these are going to be too stiff, too soft, or what ride height it's going to be at. But so, and you got to make sure when you're getting your heim joints, so I got this in a kit, but if you order them separately or however you do it, there's going to be, you want left-hand thread heim joints and regular thread. So you can just sit there and twist the bar, and lengthen it and shorten it. You don't have to take the link out to adjust these. So these ones are normal, as you can see, and then these ones are left hand threads. So you tighten it to loosen it. We've got them all labeled just to make it easier, but after we fiddled with them forever, we found out regular ones, they don't have a line on them, and the left hand threads have a line on the nut and the Welding bung. So that's another way to tell, but we just labeled them all just to be sure we don't mess them up. So these R-Tech brackets here have a 1/2 inch hole, and we need to put a 3/4 inch hole in them. So, and they're already welded on, and they're at a fucking stupid angle, so it's gonna take a while. I mean, it's gone. This is not comfortable. I got this brake line bung right in my leg, and this is my backrest. Yeah. High gear. I mean, not high gear, low gear. Oh my gosh. Fucking Milwaukee M12 right there. It's good stuff. So we went to Tractor Supply and bought 3 more drill bits. This time we got, this is a 5/8 and 3/4. This time we got 9/16, 5/8 and 3/4. So just a little bit more steppage, and because these ones, just because we had to have the drill bit at such a cocked angle, we just cooked them. So, and those are like, it's like 50 bucks right there, and this is 80 bucks right there. We'll get these drilled. Fucking nice drill bit.
Yeah, that went through like,
I mean,
nothing was even there.
It only took off a little material, but it just went right through. The bigger you go, though, the harder it gets. See, it's holy. It's almost too good. Holy sh! Don't buy fucking Milwaukee drill bits. Whatever brand this, holy cow. These were like $20 a drill bit. These things,
Mid-bro.
they were 15 bucks a drill bit. But damn, that's a good drill bit. way nicer than Milwaukee. That's for sure.
Shit. There we go.
Damn, that is a good drill bit. That's right there.
Nice drill bit.
It'd be close. Oh, but it fits.
Oh, yeah.
I left enough gap right there for 2 4-inch bolts. Perfect. I measured, but I wasn't sure if I left enough gap. Look at that. That's perfect. You can't really... Oh, yeah.
Nice.
I put them as close as I can get them together, because as you can see, the Cherokee frame rails are pretty narrow, and I wanted as much triangulation out of these as I can get. You want at least 20 degrees each. So that's 40 degrees between the both of them is ideal. More is better, but 20 is good. And then the outside links are gonna have a slight So this is a double triangulated 4-link, but it's also considered a, and you want 10% of your tire size from the bottom link to the top link. So I have a 37-inch tire, but I have 10 inches between these. So that's good for a 40-inch tire. We're gonna do equal distance. So the lowers are gonna be 3-foot links and the tops are gonna be 3-foot links. So that means the differential is gonna, as it goes down, it's gonna point right towards the transfer case. If you put longer links on the top or bottom, you can have your diff. So as it goes down, it either points up more or it kind of goes down more level, depending on drive shaft and stuff. But so we got this link here, chopped a foot off of it, so now it's 3 feet, and we're both happy with this length, so that's what we're going to use right there. So I saw this on Bleepin' Jeep's channel, is you want to weld everything in place at full bump. So we're going to jack the axle up and have it touching bump stops, and then we'll put the links in, because everything is set on the axle. I've already done that, but we've got the bracket, so we've got to weld onto the frame, and we got to make sure it's the same on both sides. And what he did was had it on full bump, because it's easier to measure everything and make sure everything's straight when it's full bump. A little bit more than that. And it's, you get a little bit too far back, but that's pretty much where it's gonna sit. We'll have to come forward a little bit and we'll get the pinion angle right, and let's get a link up there and see what it looks like. Oh yeah, perfect. Full bump. Still got clearance there. It's like a dead flat right there, full bump. That's a beautiful tag. Alright, so I didn't really get too much of this on camera, but I got all all of the brackets welded up on both sides, and all of these also all welded up. So now I'm working on the coil perches. They were already made. I made them. These are from the front of a different Jeep Cherokee. Just that part right there, just cut out of my parts Jeep. I showed you got the front springs out of the Cherokee also. So I'm just welding this up so it fits right there, goes right in the center. That'll be the bump stop. Action. Alright, so since I didn't really show too much about the 4-link at the end of the video, the camera kept dying because it was so cold in the garage. I'll just give you a quick walk around and a couple things I've changed with the Jeep since. So you saw us locating it and getting the bump stops on, but it actually limited my travel, so I cut the end of the bump stop off and I built new bump stops back here which allow it to come up in the travel more. And then I also cut out my old shock hoop and built a new just recessed shock there, so it's more out of the way of the tire and everything. And I got some new 14-inch travel Bilstein shocks and just moved the location to behind the axle instead of right here. Just get more travel out of everything. I also cut the old truss off that I built, and I ordered one from, I think, Barnes 4-wheel drive that I'm going to be putting on there. Just make it a little bit cleaner and look a little nicer and everything. And so I got all the links built, and then I also built another cross member down here that, just like how the front had for the transfer case mount, and I built this transfer case skid there as well. Other than that, I think. Alright guys, so that'll do it for this video. Hopefully it's helpful to someone. I know, like, when I was looking for videos to make 4-link and everything, there wasn't a lot of videos that explained very well. I don't know if I did a good job, but this will be the first video. The next video will be going to Moab for Easter Jeep Safari and see how it all does, and hopefully it'll be a lot more of an entertaining video. So yeah, thanks for watching.